name is Dianna Williams, and many of you may know me as Coach D from Lifetime's hit television show, Bring It. But this ain't Bring It. This is Boss Moves, and welcome to the Williams household.
Down to the Empress. I'm a boss, screaming f*** a mistress. Money talk, don't forget the interest. Money walk, money talk. Money talk, money talk. Money talk, money talk. Money talk, money talk. Money talk. Money long, you can build bridges with my bankroll. Why these acting nice as Diddy when they rank low? You popping on need like your tank low. I done made a Bentley bank loan, now my nail shows. M-I is the way you spell fresh. Put me up in Nemus if you wanna sell sex. I'ma need commitment if you want a little sweat. Need a ring for this peach fruit, products off check. Moving on my own, ain't no tagging along. This ain't no Chinese parade, ain't no dragging along. I'm booked forever, bitch, you just booked with no bond. You don't believe me, yeah, you gon' know right after this song. Ha, chill, don't let me send them after you, dog.
Kept getting in trouble, and we have alerts on our cards. Since we live here in Atlanta, we heard that Atlanta's like fraud capital of the world. So since we've been living here, we had to put alerts on our cars just like be safe, because we don't know like who's taking whatever. So Robert gets these alerts from Madden, whatever, just purchased. We like, man, we up here. He got in trouble so many times for doing that. So I had to figure out a way to help him earn his own money by doing things that we need him to do around the house anyway. He's teaching him a little bit of responsibility. I mean, he's 10, and so he needs to learn responsibility, but it's his money.
We gotta find other revenue. If Bring It stays or Bring It goes. We gotta figure out how can we still eat every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like eating. I might be small, but I like eating. And I like to turn the lights on and the lights come on. Every time, flush the toilet in the water, and your boo-boo go down. I want to make sure that we had those avenues to make sure that we had the income coming in. So that's why I felt Dollhouse 2 is more important. Was so important.
When Bring It first came, we had that Dodge Charger. Remember? That silver Dodge Charger. And we were 3 months behind on our car note, 2 months behind on rent. Dollhouse was doing okay, but it wasn't enough to not only pay the bills for the studio and the staff. We were not paying ourselves. We didn't have enough money to pay ourselves as a business. When Bring It came, my first 3 checks for Bring It, like literally saved our life. 90% of the money that I made from Bring It on the Dancing Dolls, Dollhouse Dance Factory. Because my thing was, we went from nothing.
Right.
And created a business. Right. We put a Black-owned dance studio in the heart of one of the most racist states in America. And we did well those first few years, even though we didn't make a lot of money. Right. We barely saw a profit. We was barely eating, but those kids had somewhere to go. We're paying rent, but now the studio in Jackson, the 2 buildings in Birmingham. We had light bill 3 times, water bill 3 times, gas bill 3 times. We had 10 times as much freaking staff. The insurance went up on the bill. I'm like, oh my God, how are we gonna pay for all of this? But Bring It, one of the multiple streams of income that we had, helped pay for Dollhouse 1. When the dudes wasn't coming in, when the clients weren't coming in, it helped pay for it. I saved enough money from filming Bring It the first year and a half, and then from the training camps, all the money I made and invested into Dollhouse. My check, 75% of my paycheck, and putting it to the side and just saving. The Bring It Live tour, I just saved it. I didn't spend it on anything. I just saved it. The house that we had in Mississippi, I enjoyed our house in Bring It. It was nice. I had never had a house before. It was nice. So now I enjoyed it. Right. And I took 2 more years to fix it. What did we do? We worked on our credit because our credit wasn't that good.
Garbage.
Our credit wasn't that good. We worked on cleaning up everything that we needed to clean up for the house, make sure that we could get the house, saving the money, like just doing everything that we needed to do, and then boom, you start talking about Dollhouse number 3 in Atlanta. We start talking about moving to Atlanta. I just feel like it's something else that I still want to do. Even when Bring It was in Jackson, I just wasn't happy those last few years. I started to feel like the time was unappreciated. The money that I spent was unappreciated. I don't think people really knew like how much I was actually investing. And I know people say, oh, you're supposed to invest in your company. Yeah, you're right. But as much as I was investing, and the company's still supposed to make money, it didn't make no sense for me to keep, but at the time I was in it. My passion and my heart was in it. Dollhouse 1 has over 150K in loss. That's a lot of money. But my thing is, with me being in the middle of it, and I'm making money from being on TV, I'm making money from merchandise, I'm making money from the tours.
I say exactly what you're saying. But at the same token, you're an artist too. Okay? I heard you. I hear everything you're saying. But at the same token, we've had the discussions.
Seeing that last week, that hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, all this money that I made and I invested it into the company, trying to like keep everything going and just seeing it just not be what I wanted it to be. And I'm in the middle of, I'm not happy. I'm not seeing my son. Kobe's starting to act out in school because I wasn't around. Me and you weren't spending as much time together as I would have liked to have been. I'm feeling unappreciated here. People just don't care.
You know what you became? A business owner. You ran the business like you're supposed to and took your feelings only out of it. That's the difference. You grew as a business owner.
It's just hard when you sit back and you sit back and you look at something that was your baby. Something that you just love past words. When we on welfare, Kobe drinking with milk, we didn't have shit. And going back there and that business helped us get on our feet. Then Bring It came. Then Bring It Live tour. Then the Booker Die training camps. And then you see all the money coming in and you invest the money into your business because you want to see it do well. But then over the years, of course, you know, things are not going to always be what they're going to be. And over the years, you see a decline, you just accept it for what it is, right? You just accept it for what it is. Okay, cool. But then when I step back and I come to a whole different state, a state that damn near buried us the first time we came. And to see everything come back full circle, and now the company's doing what it's supposed to do, and it's got me thinking, what do I do? Do I close number one? Because $150,000 plus a year in a loss, we can't afford that. Pause. Close the dollhouse. Actually, yeah. I mean, I may have no choice but to close the dollhouse in Jackson if business doesn't pick up. People fail to realize that Dianna was on Bring It. The cast of dolls were on Bring It. But Dollhouse was not on Bring It. Dollhouse was not receiving a paycheck from Bring It. So if there's no business coming into the dollhouse, how is the dollhouse supposed to function? I mean, I have my own paycheck and my own bills, lights, water, gas, rent, Kobe's school tuition, and home. I have my own stuff that I have to pay for. I can't fund a business that's not funding itself. Mind you, this is not just 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. This has been going on for the last almost 5 years. I've just been dealing with it.
But at the end of the day, we got to have conversations, and you are like you right now, you're emotional about something, because it don't pan out, you got to make a decision. You got to make a choice. You can't get that money back. And guess what everybody else doing? They're moving on with their lives. What we're going to do, we're going to sit here and keep crying about it, trying to contemplate on something that's not going to work, put a square peg in a round hole, or you make the hard decision. Because we're going to give you that $150K back. If you don't have the funds to do what you got to go, who are you going to help? So it's a hard decision to make. But at the same token, now it's an easy decision. My main focus was always to make sure that those girls were okay. It is just hard. But I mean, I know what I have to do. I don't want to. Right. But I know what I have to do. I'm going to think about it some more. And I'm hoping that something else comes up and maybe things turn around in the next couple of months. But if not, I just have to do what I have to do. Okay, so Robert, he's my rock. Literally. And I started a brand new brand, and I know he has my back no matter what. But this brand new brand may send him off of the deep end. So I really want to know what he's going to think. I don't know how he's going to take it. I never felt, even as a kid, I never felt like I was the prettiest girl in the building. So I always wanted something that made me feel pretty.
which is why I always played with dolls. I always thought that dolls were beautiful. I love their hair. I had a Cabbage Patch doll. I used to smell her face, and she smells so good. I named her after my grandmother, Beverly. Her name was Beverly. So that's why I created the dancing dolls. Since being in the majorette community, I've always felt like they try to put majorettes in this box. They try to categorize us and say, oh, they ghetto, or they shouldn't be doing this and that. I don't like the style of dance, but yet Bring It gave us a platform and made our style of dance very popular. So I said, okay, since they want to try to put what we do in a box, let me create my own box. So I have another idea for a whole other new company that I feel like is going to be something that's going to not only make women feel beautiful, make women look beautiful, but it's going to teach all of us as women to control our own destiny. I have a meeting scheduled tomorrow with a guy named Corey Knott. Corey Knott is in charge. He created his own network called HD Productions. He's done a lot of YouTube film production, a lot of stuff he's done, and he's also a friend of mine. So I'm going to talk to him about this business deal before I come back to you and I'll tell you about it. I'm going to talk to him first, because I need to bounce the idea off of somebody else who I feel like gets it and is not going to do that and crack jokes.
I want to know what it is. You got to go and tell somebody else about the business first. I want to know what the business is. Well, you don't trust my opinion?
I do trust your opinion, but you a dude. You a dude. And even though Corey is a dude, but Corey is a different kind of dude.
Okay.
So with that being said, I'm going to talk to Corey first. I'm going to also talk to some of my friends too. Okay. And I've been sitting on this since March. It is entrepreneurial based.
I always told you I believe in you. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that attracted me to you.
I'm grateful. I'm happy.
I'm good too.
About the move. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You been busy?
I can say I haven't been on the phone for 20 minutes.
Oh. I had that conversation with Robert though about Dollhouse and the possibility of having to close. We finally had that conversation today. It was an emotional one, but I mean, some gonna have to give at some point. I don't know what to do.
Was it a conversation of decision?
Not for me. Robert, I get what he's saying, but at the end of the day, it's hard to just give up. Because I told him I kind of feel like I'm turning my back on him a little bit. And he was like, no, it's not that. I said, well, that's just kind of how I felt.
When I started there.
We didn't have anything, and we started there. And then now, all of a sudden, the possibility of having to close it, that is heartbreaking. We'll get a chance to see Jack this weekend. Hooray.
So, yeah.
Aaliyah, put your shoes up, put your bags up, around, scoop, pat, yes, what are hands supposed to be? Get up 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 7, 8, 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 3, 4, 7, 8, 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. You never get a second chance to make cuts. It's either you have it or you don't. And the parade is in 2 days. Me and Jay both leave tomorrow. So this means we have to very much so trust that you know what you're doing, like right now, in order to even put you even out there. You need to make sure that y'all know that even the ones that made cut don't mean you can't get cut. Okay, so I'm looking really, really hard. When I say hard, I mean hard. My eyeballs are buck the hell wide. JSU Homecoming is a really big parade, not only for the dogs, for my brand and for my team. Hell, it's my alma mater. So I'm looking for the best of the best. Everybody ain't gonna make the cut, period. You throw it, that counts as one. You fucking up and it's fucking them up. You can't do that. We still have spots for 2 people to still travel and go to carry the banner. So you'll still get a chance to participate. And you got it. Make a believer out of me. When I said something about carrying the banner, did you not mumble under your breath? Did she say what I think she said? Oh, now you too good to hold the banner, but you can't even keep up with the choreo? Period.
What did you say? I didn't want to carry that.
Because there ain't no other way for you to get in the parade besides carrying that banner. Damn, that's foolish. You are not above that. At all. Because if you were supposed to be in line, you would be in line. So you're not going to march and you're not going to carry the banner. If these girls don't look the part, they're not gonna be dancing in Jackson. Your cape should be flipped back. It should be nowhere near your shoulder. Your cape should be flipped back. Move up, Skylar. Move up, Brian. Move up, Layla. Here, get up there. Move your ass. Then yeah, move up. L. 1, 2, 3, slow down. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4.
Stay in line. Stay in line.
You can't stop this dance just cause. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot do that. You have to keep up with them. They're gonna set the tone. So what, the rest of the baby dolls gonna be around the corner and the big dog gone? You understand? Find the beat. 5, 6, 7, 8. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. Trying to cut back on the starch.
Hey. What's going on?
Join us next Friday for an all-new episode of Boss Moves.
You just book with no bond. You don't believe me? Yeah, you gon' know right after the song.